Hi there, this is some practice on trigonometric ratios. And specifically, we're looking at tangents. So we're going to look at opposite tangent. Theta is opposite over adjacent. And there are basically, you can be solving for the angle, you can be solving for opposite, you can be solving for adjacent. And kind of which way the question goes depends on what you're given. All right, but step number one, all the time, start by labeling your question. Here we go, cross, there's my hypotenuse. Around the corner. So that makes this adjacent and makes this opposite. So we have opposite and we're doing adjacent. We're looking for adjacent and we have our angle. So some of you may already be going, oh, well, that's the one where you multiply stuff together or divide. I wouldn't do that. I would just say, oh, I should write out my formula and let it guide my thinking. Opposite over adjacent. So tan 41 is the opposite side, 52.9 over adjacent. And I've been starring that line because that's the one where I want to do my quick check. I have two numbers and one unknown. And truth be told, and you probably know it already, when the one that's missing is the one on the bottom, it's a teeny bit harder. You just have to remember that this one is going to require division at the very end. But if you don't remember that, that's actually doesn't really matter that much. The only reason I remember is because I've been doing a whole bunch of videos one after another and I'm seeing the patterns. So tan 41. 0.8693 is equal to 52.9 over adjacent. And this is going to be over 1 because when one of these two are missing, then you're going to cross multiply. And I guess I forgot to say at the beginning, you should turn off the video. You should do all three questions. I hope you already did. Do all three questions first, then turn on the video and check your answers. Make sure we're on the same page. Cross multiply. 1 times 52.9 is equal to 0.8693 adjacent. Sorry, my calculator, keep moving it so you can see right. So 52.9 693 adjacent, divide by 0.8693, 0.8693. So these are going to cancel off because we want adjacent all by itself. And we just do that division. So 52.9 divided by 0.693, 60.85. And if we look back at our question, it had one decimal place in centimeters. So let's round this to 60.9, put centimeters, equals adjacent. All right, now for doing a check, there's not a lot we can do. We know for sure that this is sort of a hypotenuse, but that's fairly useless this time because we don't know how big the hypotenuse is. But one thing we can do, if this angle down there is 41, let's just take a second and calculate this one. So that would be, I'll be lazy, 180 in a triangle minus the square corner minus the 41 we're given. You already know it's like 49 up here. So the rule for triangles, and it will save you so much time, is the longest side is across from the biggest angle, or the smallest side is across from the smallest angle. So out of what we know, 41 is my smallest angle, and it should be across from my smallest side. So this is 52, and we figured out this one over here was 60.9. So 41 is across from the smallest side, smaller one than that one. So here's another way to say it is 49 is bigger, so this side better be bigger too. This actually will save you often, because one of the really common mistakes people make is they'll get the opposite and adjacent backwards. And by checking your size at this step, going back to the original equation, often you'll catch that, and it's a real easy fix. All right, let's take a look at number 2 now. Can't emphasize it enough. If you haven't done the question part 2 and part 3, stop the video now. Do them, and then turn the video back on when you're all done, and make sure our answers match. All right, step number 1, hypotenuse, gram angle. This is opposite, and this is it. Ah! No, it's not. That's adjacent. And this side is opposite. I was getting all excited. I was thinking that it was going to be way different than that one, and I thought, yeah, look at how anyway, never mind. Don't get excited and start predicting things. We are still using tangent. So tan theta is opposite over adjacent. Tan, and we have 58 degrees is the opposite, which we know is 24 over adjacent. So this question essentially is the same one as this, just with different numbers. Checkpoint. Number unknown. We're good. There, move it over. Tangent 58. 1.6003. 24 over adjacent. I'm going to put that over 1. Right? When you got to make a number into a fraction, whatever it is, it's always line over 1. So multiply this way. I'm going to work up here. So 1 times 24 is equal to 1.6003 adjacent. So 24. I'm getting squished here. 1.6003 adjacent, divide. So adjacent is going to be 24 divided by 1.6003 and 14.997. So that's going to be like 15. Yeah, our question was in whole numbers, so we can just round that to 15 meters. I know, usually I write them down and then I round it, but I'm really 14.997. I know that's going to go 15. So that's 15 meters. Let's do, I want to do that check again that I did in the last question. So if this one, let's find this angle. So we got 180 in the whole triangle, minus the square corner, minus 58 down here. I want to say it's like 32, but I'm not sure. But minus 90, minus 58. All right, so it's 32 degrees. And we calculated out our adjacent side was 15 meters. So 32 is my smallest angle, and 15 is my smallest side. So small angle is across from the smallest side. We're good. All right. Last question here. Looks like we are gonna, no, I'm gonna stop predicting. I got wrong last time. Let's just label. There's my hypotenuse. There's my angle. There's adjacent. And there's opposite. You know what I probably should have done on this is, before I started doing any of the questions, is just went through and labeled everything. That way your brain is doing, find the hypotenuse, go around the corner, and you just do it over and over, and it becomes, it sticks. All right, so I have my opposite adjacent. In this case, I am looking for that angle. Now, I'm going to fess up. That is a Greek letter. I have no idea what Greek letter that is. So I'm just going to cheat, and I'm going to call it theta, and I will put it back to whatever that symbol was in the very last question. So tan theta is opposite over adjacent. Tan theta is equal to the opposite side, which is 9.26 over 7.13. Tan theta, oops, this way, 9.26 divided by 7.13. 1.2987. All right, I'm just going to leave it on my calculator because this is the one where I actually have to go 10 to the -1, or like second function, however it works on your calculator. So I go second and tangent and equals. And so theta is equal to 52 degrees. Normally with the angles on all these, they always want to round it to the nearest whole number. And just because there, I was feeling guilty. And obviously after this video, I'm going to try and figure out what the name of that symbol is. There you go. We're at review of tangent. Cool, just like you.